Hello everyone, this is UNCOVEREDLMS, your number one learning platform for all nursing students, nursing staffs, and other professionals. If you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, then you turn on the notification bell so that anytime we post educative videos like this, you don't miss it. You must also share this video or this channel to your colleagues so that they can also get the benefit. With UNCOVEREDLMS, we get you covered on all matters relating to nursing academics, webinars, presentation, health talks, and other health-related updates. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, then you share this to your colleagues so that they can also get the benefits. In this video, we are going to talk about what we called the Pre-NMC exams. The Pre-NMC exams, and we are going to do this in 6 basic steps. The first one is the Pre-NMC exams. The Pre-NMC exams. What is the Pre-NMC exams? We are going to know what entails in the Pre-NMC exams. Okay, now the Pre-NMC exams is just like that of the NMC exams. If you are a candidate or a nursing student, I believe you know what we call an NMC exams. The NMC exams is your final exams or your licensure exams that we do right in order for us to be called a graduate student. You need to have these exams so that you can be called a graduate student. And even before you be posted or practice as a nurse, this is one of the requirements that you must meet in order for you to proceed or practice as a qualified staff nurse in Ghana. That is, you need to be successful in your NMC exams. Over the years, we have trained or learned together with nursing students to be successful in their main NMC exams, and that is what UNCOVEREDLMS or the Pre-NMC exams comes in. So for the Pre-NMC exams, we are going to learn with you, we are going to prepare you, we are going to show you how you go about so that you find things very easy when it comes to your main NMC exams. So that is the Pre-NMC exams. You must also note that the Pre-NMC exams is not going to be done on our main website. Is going to be done on a separate portal or a separate website. Now let's move on to step 2. The step 2 is logging in. How do we log into the Pre-NMC exams portal so that we can access or attempt our papers? How do we log in? Before you can even log into the exams portal, you need to have these details ready before you can even access the platform. The first one is your username. The second one is your registration number, and the last one is your batch number and portal. Your batch number and portal. Now, the username is the same username that you provided or you have been using on our main website. You are going to use the same username over here on the Pre-NMC portal. You must note that the username that is to be used on this platform, the Pre-NMC exams portal, must be in smaller letters. It must be in smaller letters. So in a situation whereby you have any capital letter in your username, you must replace it with a smaller letter. That is how we have converted your username to function on the Pre-NMC exams portal. You can also use your email that you provided during your UNCOVEREDLMS registration in place of your username. In this case, you use exact email that you provided. Okay, that is it. For the password, you need to use your registration number as your login password. Okay, your registration number is going to be used as your login password before you can access the Pre-NMC exams portal, and this is only to the Pre-NMC exams or the portal. Okay, so you enter your exact registration number you provided during the registration, UNCOVEREDLMS registration. You enter it here. Now the batch number. We have grouped all students into batches for the purposes of these Pre-NMC exams. So each student has been grouped into batches. So you must have or know your batch before you can access your platform. So how do we note or know our badges? Okay, let's look at how we're going to know our badges. For you to know your badge, you have to come to our page, that is UNCOVEREDLMS VIP page. You need to come there, and you can see that at the top of the page, below the page name, you are going to see what we call pinned messages. This is what I mean. You are going to see pinned messages here. So all details concerning the Pre-NMC exams are going to be pinned over here. So the batch numbers are going to be pinned here, and also the quiz password are also going to be pinned here. Your badges are going to be pinned here, and your paper password is also going to be pinned here. So if you need the paper password, you come to the VIP page for it. I hope you get it. Once you tap on it, it will open for you to locate whatever you are looking for. It's so simple. You just have to read, understand, then you apply. Now, after knowing your batch number, then you can proceed to tap on that batch link to take you to your portal, like what we are seeing here. Okay, before you can enter your username or your password, you must check the portal in which you have opened. As you can see batch 13. So that means you must be in batch 13, and also it reads PHN only. That means this portal is specifically for PHN students or candidates only. So once you note that you are not a PHN, that means you are using a wrong batch link. And you are not going to be successful in your login in. So make sure you have your username in smaller letters, or you can use your Gmail. Then you also have your registration number as your login password. Then you are on the right platform. You should be on the right platform. When done, then you can tap on login to take you to the portal. So in this case, let's enter some details. Once you enter your username and your registration number as the login password, then you tap on login. Okay, so this is what comes when we tap on the login button. Now we can proceed to number 3, that is point 3. The point 3 talks about navigation, that is menu navigation. And on this part, we are going to look at some of the features that we need to quickly note before we proceed with other tasks. Now we are going to talk about menu tabs. 2, we are going to talk about the profile and also your badge. So the first thing you have to note is that this is the first thing that appears to you when you log in. Okay, when you scroll down, nothing is there, no recent courses. What you have to check is that you have to note that the name here is your name. Confirm your name over here. Then you can see that the page is on dashboard. You can see home, you can see dashboard, you can see my courses. You can also see there's PHN 13. That is your badge. You should confirm your badge. That is this 13. Alright. At the right corner, you can also see what we call the profile icon here. The profile icon here. Once you tap on it, you're going to see your name over here. You're also going to, you can change your language to, let's say, French or German, or provided you want to change your language. Okay. If you want to log out, this is where you come, then you log out. Now let's move on to how to access. You can see that this specific page is on what? Dashboard. That is why we are not seeing anything here. We have not done anything, so nothing is going to be displayed for us. In order for us to know our courses or our papers, we need to go to what? My courses. You need to go to my courses. That is where we are going to see your courses. If you go to home, you are going to see so many courses over there and you're going to be confused. So what you have to do is that you move on to my courses to access your specific courses. So once you tap on my courses, the courses in which you have been enrolled into are going to be displayed to you, like what you are seeing. Okay, like what you are seeing. So we have the PHN general paper, we have the principles of community or public health administration, and we also have the principles of disease management and control paper. So we have 3 papers on our my courses. Yes, that is point 3. Now let's move on to point 4. Point 4 actually talks about how to attempt the quizzes or how to attempt a paper. Okay, and that is very, very, very important. There are 4 things that you need to know about how to attempt the quizzes. The first one is you must know the paper in which you want to attempt. You need to know the kind of paper or the specific paper in which you want to attempt. You must have a plan. In everything, if you don't have a plan towards it, you are going to do things out of random. Okay, and you are going to get random result. If you want to thoroughly prepare for your NMC exams, you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan on the paper that you want to attempt or you want to learn. Okay. The second one is you need to know the password of that specific paper. You know, every paper has its own paper password. So if you want to enter or attempt the PHN General Paper 1, you need to navigate to the General Paper 1 password or the General Paper PHN password. Okay, they are all available in the VIP Telegram page. At the pin messages, you are going to locate them over there. Now, once you're able to identify, you should also have time for the quiz. If you don't have time for the quiz, you are going to fail that paper. Okay, the Pre-NMC exams are constructed in such a way that it is very sensitive. It is very, very sensitive. So once you don't have time, you just go there, tap on certain things, you are going to be blocked from the portal or the system, and you are not going to have access to it again, and we cannot do anything about it again. So you must have time to access the paper legitimately so that you cannot have better experience. Now, you must also know where the pin messages are. That is what I showed you earlier on. You go to the VIP Telegram page and you can find everything at the navigation or the pin message tab. That is how to attempt the paper. So let's tap on the name of the paper. Let's say I want to access let's say I want to access principles of community public health and administration. I want to access this specific paper. So what I have to do is that I will tap on the name of the paper. I don't have to tap on the picture. Okay, just tap on the name of the paper and it will take you to the paper. So let's tap on the name of the paper. Once we tap on the name of the paper, okay, we are going to see so many papers under that specific paper. So in this case, you can see Principles of Community or Public Health and Administration August 2024, and under it we are going to see paper 1 over here. This is paper 1 on the same topic or the same paper. We are also going to see paper 2. We have paper 3. This is paper 3. We also have paper 4. Okay, we also have paper 5. We have paper 6 up to paper 10. Some of the courses or the papers we have up to paper 10. That is at most. Okay, and at least each paper you are going to get at least 3 to 10 different set of papers under the same subject or course. That is what you should take note at. Now, when you look at beside the name of the paper, you can see marker stand. Please, if you haven't attempted the paper yet, never tap on marker stand. Once you tap on marker stand, you are not going to see this specific paper again. So if you don't know what you are doing, don't tap on it. Don't tap on it at all. You don't need to tap on it at all. Okay, yes. So in this case, we want to attempt administration paper 4. That is what we want to attempt. We want to attempt administration paper 4. We want to attempt the administration paper 4. So we need to have the quiz password for the paper 4. So you move on to paper 4. Move on to paper 4. Then you tap on the name of the paper. Here you can read when the paper was opened and when it will be closed. Okay, then you can also read the instruction from here, or you can just tap on the name of the paper, then you go and read the instructions over there, whichever way you want to access. That is point number 4. Now let's move on to point number 5. And the point number 5 actually talks about quiz interface navigation. Quiz interface navigation. And under this specific point, we are going to talk about instructions on the paper. We'll then also talk about the attempt. Then we'll talk about pass marks and navigation panels. Okay, this is what we are going to cover under the quiz interface navigation as a point. Now, when you tap on that specific paper that you want to attempt, here you need to avoid tapping on this marker stand. Once you tap on it, you are not going to see the paper again and you are not going to get access to it again. So make sure you don't tap on the marker stand. What you have to do is that you need to read every instructions that comes with the exams. You must note that the main NMC exams or any online exams comes with set of instructions and directives. If you are a student and you don't like reading, you don't like following instructions, guidelines, you are going to do things randomly. You are going to fail. So make sure you read every instructions that comes with the paper so that you know whatever you have to do and how you should do it on a specific paper. So for this case, we can see that the paper opened at 1st July and it will be closed at 30th August. You need to know that it will be closed at 30th August. So no matter how busy you are, you must be able to access the paper within this period. Now you read the instructions that comes with the paper, you will know that the paper is made up of 180 multiple choice of questions that need to be assessed within 90 minutes. The paper is 180 questions, but you need to assess it within 90 minutes. Let me highlight more on that. On the day of NMC, you are going to use 3 hours for every 180 questions. That means one question is to 1 minute. One question is to 1 minute. But for the purposes of training or preparing you, you must use 30 seconds for each question, so that at the end of the day or the end of the paper or during the paper, you will have extra half of the time allocated for that specific paper. Okay, that is what will be good for you. So we train our students, or we are training you on how to work with time. That is why each question is to 30 seconds. So you must use 90 minutes for 180 questions. You also have to read the instructions, everything. Now, the attempt. As you can see, start attempt button here. You need to note the description below it. You can see you have one attempt. You have one attempt on the day of NMC. You have one attempt. Once you misuse it, you're not going to get access to it again unless they call the NMC office for them to set up a new attempt for you. So make sure you know the attempt that you have before you misuse it. To attempt this quiz, you need to know the quiz password. That is what I said. You need to know the quiz password before you can attempt this quiz. It is very, very, very important. And also the time involved. That is 1 hour 30 minutes. And also the pass mark for these exams is actually half of the total questions. Once you get more than half of the total questions, you are automatically a passed student. And that is what is applied in your main NMC exams. So make sure you have more than half of the questions correct before you can say that you have passed your exams. That is the same thing. So you need to read all these details, note all these important things before you proceed with the quiz. You know, understanding a question is also part of answering the questions. It is the first part and it's the most important part. Okay, so you know what you will do and how you will prepare towards that exams. Very necessary. After reading the instructions and you are ever ready to attempt the paper, then you tap on the attempt quiz. In a situation whereby you are not ready to attempt the paper or you are busy, please don't tap on the start quiz or the attempt quiz, because you only have one attempt. You only have one attempt. But if you are ready to access the paper, that is where you tap on the attempt quiz. So let's tap on it. Once you tap on it, you need to enter or input the password for that quiz or that paper, and that is what I showed you that they are found on the pin messages on our VIP page. So here you enter the exact paper password for that specific paper. So in this case, let's enter this password. Once you input the password, then you tap on the start attempt. Here you must also read the instructions concerning the time limit so that you know the time involved or you're going to use for the paper. Once you are done with everything, you just tap on start attempt. Good. So once you tap on the start attempt, this is the instructions that comes. In certain situations, you need to repeat your paper password again. Okay, so here you need to provide your paper password again, then you tap on the start attempt again. Okay, that is how it has been structured. So what we are going to do is that we are going to input the same quiz password or the paper password we entered before it will take us to what? Our papers. Okay, so you enter the password again, then you tap on what? Start quiz. Okay, now we are done with our first part. We can now proceed to what we called the navigation panel. Okay, this is the interface of the paper. For those of you who don't really know about the interface of the NMC exams or the Pre-NMC exams interface, we have previous videos. You can go to our page, our YouTube page, then locate some videos over there. It will help you understand better. Okay, it will help you understand better. So when the page opens for you like this, you are going to know the quiz or the question number here. You're also going to know the flag question here. Okay, this is the question, and also what the provided answers. Okay, this is the time for the paper. You can hide it or you cannot show it, but always make sure you show your timing. This is the page to the next page. You know, every page is one question, but on the day of NMC you are going to see 10 questions per page. 10 questions per page. That is what you are going to see. And this is the navigation or the quiz navigation panel. These are all the panels for all the questions. So you can see that question number 1 has been highlighted, which means that we are on question number 1. Once you tap on question number 2, it will move to question number 2. That means we are on question number 2. So this one is actually used to quickly navigate to any specific question that we want to attempt or access, or we want to answer. Okay, you can also use the previous page here to go back to previous question, that is question number 1, or you can use the next page to go forward to question number 3, whichever way you want to use. Or you can just come to the navigation panel here, then you tap on what button or number 3, and it will take you to what question number 3. Okay, we've made previous videos concerning the navigation panel, the flagging of questions, the question number, the interpretation of the questions, timing and everything. Make sure you go to the channel, then you locate some of these videos there, so that you'll find things very easy when it comes to the online exams. Very, very, very necessary. Okay, when we are done answering the questions, after choosing your answer, you can clear your answer. You can choose your answer, you can clear them. When you are done with all the paper, let's say we are at number 180, when you reach your final question, that is number 180, or provided the number of questions, and you are done, then you can tap on what finish attempt. You can tap on finish attempt in order for you to submit your exams for grading. Or below the navigation panel, you can see finish attempt here. You only tap on the finish attempt if you are done answering or choosing answers for all the questions, or you want to submit your paper. And you should note that Once you submit the paper, you are not going to get access to the question again. Therefore, you must complete the questions before you tap on the submit or finish attempt. So let's tap on the finish attempt. Once we tap on the finish attempt, this is the summary page. You are going to see this page. The numbers, the question numbers are here, and also the statuses of the questions are going to be displayed here. Again, the navigation panel are still here for you to know the kind of question or what you have done. Okay, we have detailed explanation on one of our videos. Make sure you go back and watch it. Now you will know which questions were answered and saved and which you didn't answer. Okay, so question number 1, the status of question number 1 shows that not yet answered. That means we didn't answer that question. Question number 2 says answer saved. That means we answered those questions, question number 2, and it has been saved automatically. Note that the system automatically saves your questions or your answers for you in every 1 minute, okay, or in every 2 minutes. The system automatically saves your answers for you. So in a situation whereby you couldn't finish on time, the system is going to automatically submit your questions or your exams for you. Okay, and whatever you chose as an answer is going to be saved in every 1 minute. So whatever you did is also going to be submitted. So whether you complete on time and submit your exams for grading by yourself, or the system automatically submitted for you, you're going to be graded on whatever you provided. That is very necessary, and this applies to the main NMC exams. In the main NMC exams, whether you complete it on time or the system automatically submit for you, you are going to be graded. But I will always advise nursing students to always submit their exams earlier before the stoppage time. It is very necessary. Now, once we are convinced that we are done with the paper, we can scroll down and tap on what? Finish all. We can tap on submit all and finish. We can also know the time left for us to complete the paper. We can also tap here to return to the paper, provided we have extra time, so that we can make changes to our questions or our answers. But once we are done with everything and we want to submit for grading, then you just tap on what? Let me go back. Let's see, question number 180, I chose B. I went back again. Question number 179, let's say I'm choosing B. I'm just choosing random answers and I'm done. I'll just tap on the finish attempt here. I'll then look at the summary of my attempt. Once I'm satisfied and convinced, then I can tap on what? Submit all and finish. So let's tap on submit all and finish. Once you tap on submit all and finish, this is what going to be shown to you. Okay, questions without a response. That means you did not answer 177 questions. So all these things are there to help you know that you are not done with the paper. Hence, you can what? Cancel it and go back and what? Answer those questions or complete those questions before you finally will submit. But in the situation whereby you are done, you are not going to see questions without a response. You're just going to see, once you submit your answer, you won't be able to change them. If you are convinced with everything, then you tap on what? Submit all and finish. So let's tap on submit all and finish. Before you tap on submit all and finish, on the day of NMC exams, you're not going to see your results, but the system automatically knows whether you have passed or not. The system automatically knows whether you have passed or not. It is very important. But you as a nursing student or participant, you are not going to see your results immediately. Okay, that is what you should note. So once you are not done, you don't tap on the submit all and finish button. The system saves your answers, and all the answers has been programmed into the system. Okay, the answers have been saved into the system. So once you choose answer which is contrary to what the system have, then you are going to be marked as wrong. So the system knows whether you have passed or not, and that is what the NMC examiners, they are going to use to publish your result and declare whether you have passed or not. That is what you should take note. So once you are done, you just tap on submit all and finish. Yes, so once you tap on submit all and finish, the paper is going to be shown to you. You are going to know your attempt, then you are going to know your grade. Okay, you're going to know your grade. So the attempt is here and it will be in percentage. So the status is finished. The time you started is indicating here, and also the time you completed is indicating here. The duration you used for the questions or for this specific paper is also going to be displayed here. That is 10 minutes 10 seconds. And also the grade, that is 0.00 out of 180 questions. Okay, which is equal to 0%. So depending on the number of questions you had it correct, you are going to get the percentage of it. And that is what we mean by the grade or the grading. Now you should note that out of the 180 questions, you must have more than 90 of the questions correct before you will be in the passed group. That is the same thing applies to what the main NMC exams. Once you have below 50% or below 90 marks, you are going to fail automatically. Okay, and that is what you should take note that once you are done, then you can boldly say that you have successfully attempted the paper and you are good to go. In this case, you don't have any attempt again. You cannot review your answers. That is how the system has been programmed. You cannot view the questions again. You cannot view your answers. This is to train you on how the main NMC exams is. But what we can do is that we are going to be solving all these questions one by one on our platform. We are going to be discussing them. Okay, we have made plans for reviewing or solving all the questions with you or making them accessible to you before you write your main NMC exams. So once you are done, you are done. So this is what I want to cover on this specific video, and thank you very much for your time you have dedicated. For those of you who watch to the very end of this video, I'm saying congratulations, and if you are a student, I'm wishing you good luck in your main NMC online exams. For those of you who are not on our platform but a candidate and you'll be writing your main NMC online exams, you need to join the UNCOVEREDLMS platform so that we can prepare you adequately for your main NMC exams. Once you join our platform, you take things serious, there is no way you are going to fail your NMC exams. Most of the times, we get so many testimonies from past students or candidates. They find things easier as if they are doing classwork or they are just doing the homework during their main NMC exams. Because what we do is that we do much. We do prepare you, we do expose you, and we go the hard way to make sure you are successful in your NMC exams before we are okay. So that is what you should also be looking for. You must sacrifice, put hand and mind together so that we can all benefit from these NMC online exams. You get your success and you can proceed to practice as a staff nurse. You don't need to sit down, fill the paper, sit down for the next year or next batch to register for the same exams. So please sacrifice and pass once and for all. Thank you all for your time, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you.